While out enjoying a quiet day of fishing, this person suddenly spotted something eerie moving just beneath the water's surface.
What is it? What the actual hell is this? Please, dear God, someone tell me what this is.
Slithering slowly through the murky water was a bizarre, worm-like creature, tiny, with a long tail that writhed as it floated along. Naturally, the internet had thoughts. Viewers quickly jumped in to solve the mystery, identifying it as a rat-tailed maggot, the larval stage of a hoverfly. As creepy as it looks, that long tail isn't a stinger, it's a breathing tube, allowing the maggot to survive in stagnant water. Gross? Maybe. Dangerous? Not at all. This unsettling little critter will one day transform into a harmless hoverfly. Nature's weird, right? This wild Reddit clip kicks off with a fisherman in the middle of a murky river gripping the tail of a massive anaconda. The thick, intense snake glides effortlessly through the water as the man struggles to keep hold. The video starts partway through, so no one knows how this bizarre showdown began. But one thing's obvious. The snake has a huge bulge in its belly L, likely from a recent meal. And while the footage is jaw-dropping, most viewers agree, grabbing a wild anaconda by the tail, probably not the brightest idea. Reddit user Genuine Intrigue recently shared a spine-tingling clip captured by their backyard security camera. In the dead of night, a mysterious white mist drifts eerily across the frame, setting off the motion detector. Despite digging for answers, the user couldn't pinpoint a cause. While some suggested it might be a bug or spider crawling across the lens, that theory didn't hold up, especially since snow was falling in the foreground, ruling out a close-up optical illusion. The unexplained presence left viewers deeply unsettled. A Redditor recently shared a chilling moment from a late-night fishing trip. While snapping photos of a nearby bridge, they took 4 shots, but only one captured something strange. A glowing light, eerily shaped like a person. Sure, it could be a reflection, but there's something about it that feels off, almost unnatural. Could it be an apparition? A Reddit user was digging through an old memory box when they stumbled upon a childhood Christmas photo from the early 2000s. The picture shows the user on the right and their older sister on the left at first glance, just a sweet, typical holiday snapshot. But then something chilling caught their eye in the background. There, lurking in the far right corner, appeared a shadowy figure, an eerie, almost demonic presence with a clear face and thin black arm that seemed to be resting on the back of the user's neck. The discovery sent shivers down their spine. Terrified and curious, the Redditor turned to the community for answers. What exactly were they seeing in that haunting photo? In Cleveland, grandmother Cindy Reed was babysitting her granddaughter Nova when Nova suddenly claimed to see a man with bug eyes standing in their dining room.
It's you too. What? What? Who's coming?
Here coming.
Who?
Him.
You see somebody back there?
Him.
Who?
Here.
Him?
Yeah.
Where's he at? Is he in our house?
Yeah.
Where? Show me. Where's he at? He's right in front of you?
Yep.
Who is it?
A guy.
Who's there, mister? What are you doing in our... Where's he at? In the dining room?
Yep.
Show me him. Go show me him. Give me your hand. Take me to him.
This him.
Take me to him. Show me.
This him.
Wait, let me... Show me. Is he right here?
Yep.
He's in our dining room?
Yeah.
What are you doing in our dining room, mister? What does he look like?
I bug.
He's got bug eyes?
Yeah.
What are you doing in our living room, mister? Get. You go back home.
Terrified, Cindy took Nova upstairs. Despite Cindy's strong fear of the paranormal, Nova continues to see the mysterious figure around the house, though no one else can see him. Before we jump into the next encounter, I just want to take a moment to thank and congratulate all of you. We're almost halfway to 10,000 subscribers. We're working harder than ever to bring you the scariest and most thrilling hiking encounters out there. Our goal? To take this channel to the top, and nothing's going to stop us. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and enjoy the rest of the show. And when we hit 10,000, a few lucky subscribers will get a surprise. Now, let's get back to the video. A Reddit user shared a festive photo on Christmas Day, proudly showing off their gifts and beautifully decorated tree. But it wasn't until someone spotted it on Instagram that things took a creepy turn in the background near the tree. A faint, shadowy figure seems to be creeping toward the bathroom door. Now, they can't stop staring at the image, trying to unravel the mystery of what exactly they captured. A Reddit user recently shared a chilling video captured by a friend of their sister while skiing in Victoria, Australia. In the footage, a mysterious black figure appears to be hovering eerily above the skier, completely motionless, even as the skier moves at full speed. The figure's unnatural stillness has left viewers rattled, sparking debate. Is this an eerie paranormal presence, or just a strange reflection off the snow? A Reddit user snapped a casual photo on her phone during a Christmas visit to her parents' friend's house. Days later, as she scrolled through her pictures, something chilling caught her eye. Semi-transparent feet hovering eerily in the center of the room. When she shared the image with the homeowners, they were understandably disturbed by the ghostly presence captured in their living room. This TikToker, usually known for sharing hilarious everyday moments, recently posted a video that took a shocking turn from his usual content. While he was fast asleep, his security camera picked up something eerie. Things got even weirder when a sharp-eyed viewer pointed out the rug in the corner slowly lifting right before the clip ends. Is this proof of something paranormal or just a brilliantly staged prank? While driving to their Christmas getaway with their wife, 2 sons, and dogs in tow, a Redditor got an unexpected alert from their baby monitor. A strange noise coming from their empty house. The timing made no sense. They had just left, and the user even provided time-stamped footage confirming it. The last recorded moment was them leaving at 3:02 p.m., and yet, the eerie sound came through right after. So what exactly made that noise in a house no one was supposed to be in? This person shared a seemingly ordinary photo taken on New Year's Eve, but a closer look revealed something chilling. A mysterious, childlike figure hovering just above their heads. At first, it was brushed off as a trick of the light until 2 weeks later, when the user discovered their wife was pregnant. Suddenly, the eerie figure didn't seem so random, and many began to wonder if it was somehow connected to the unborn child. While hiking near the railroad tracks in Mission Park, San Antonio, a man snapped a quick photo, but what he saw later left him speechless. When he reviewed the image, 2 mysterious figures appeared in the distance, standing eerily still. Locals have long whispered tales of ghostly children who push stalled cars off the tracks. But this was something entirely different. Confused and unsettled, unsure if he'd captured a trick of the light or something truly supernatural, he posted the photo online, and the internet hasn't stopped talking about it since. On October 27th, 2024, a man exploring an abandoned railway station stumbled upon something bone-chilling.
रात के 12 बज रहे हैं और आप लोग देख सकते हैं दूर दूर तो कोई नज़र नहीं आ रहा। इस रेलवे स्टेशन पे नज़र आ रही तो सिर्फ वो औरत। ये यहाँ पे देख सकते हो भाई, रात के 12 बजे ये औरत यहाँ पे क्या कर रही है। जैसा लोग बोलते थे कि भाई ये औरत नहीं, ये औरत की आत्मा है जो कि ट्रेन के आने का इंतज़ार करती रहते हैं और यहाँ ट्रेन निकलेगी उसके पीछे ही जाती है, पता नहीं।
Sitting motionless on a weathered bench was a pale woman, silent, eerily still. At first he thought she was just another lost soul, until she vanished. When he glanced down to check his camera, she was right there. But when he looked up again, the bench was empty. Gone. He swears she wasn't human, but a restless spirit trapped in time, forever waiting for trains that will never return. Locals believe she's the reason no one dares set foot there after dark, and now, so does he. In October 2011, a seemingly innocent photo op turned into a heartbreaking tragedy in Utah. 3 girls made the dangerous decision to stand on active train tracks, hoping to snap a dramatic picture as a train approached. What they didn't realize was just how fatal that moment would become. Seconds after the shutter clicked, disaster struck. The speeding train barreled into them. 2 of the girls were killed instantly. The third was critically injured and rushed to the hospital, clinging to life on support machines. But despite doctors' efforts, her injuries were too severe. Eventually, she too passed away, leaving behind a haunting reminder of how one reckless choice can change everything. Redditor Amy Dancing struck paranormal gold again during a visit to a World War II train tunnel in Darwin, Australia. That day, she and her group were the first to arrive, guaranteeing they were completely alone. Yet, somehow, her camera picked up a chilling, ghostly voice echoing through the tunnel. Most Reddit users agreed the timing and camera movement seemed legit. The real mystery still lingers. What was that voice trying to say? One summer day, Reddit user Glad Salamander 2361 decided to conduct a spirit box session at an abandoned train station. While there, they noticed a dark figure standing completely still for a full 3 minutes. Despite their efforts to make contact, the figure remained eerily silent and motionless. Then, in a chilling moment, when they looked away for just 2 seconds and glanced back, the figure had vanished without a trace. Luckily, they managed to snap a photo, though they're unsure if it's a shadow figure or something far more mysterious. Now, they're leaving it up to the community to decide what they think it was. This photo was snapped at the railway of an old mine. At first glance, it looked like just another vintage shot, but then something chilling caught the eye. In the background, a shadowy figure lurked. Something or someone that clearly didn't belong. It wasn't human. It had an eerie, ghostly presence. Was it just a trick of the light, or did this photo capture something truly paranormal? One night, Jay Brannon found himself drawn to an abandoned church beside a graveyard on Long Island. At first, everything seemed quiet, even. But then, strange flickering lights began to pulse from within the church. They flashed erratically, growing brighter and more intense, almost as if they were responding to his presence. Unnerved, Jay didn't dare step inside. The next morning, curiosity got the better of him. He returned to the church in daylight, only to find it completely deserted. No signs of life, no trace of the eerie lights. But what he discovered next chilled him to the bone. The church had burned down 3 times and had been struck by lightning twice. Whatever those lights were, they may not have been electrical at all. Maybe something from the past still haunts the ruins. a Reddit user came across something that felt ripped from a nightmare. A tree entirely covered in strange, unnatural-looking skulls. The air around it felt off, thick with a dread that didn't belong to the world of the living. Haunted by what they saw, the user returned the next day to get a better look. But the tree and every single skull had completely vanished. No footprints, no broken branches, not even a trace of disturbed soil. It was like the whole thing had been wiped from existence, or was never really there to begin with. Two wild campers set off into the heart of the Welsh wilderness, eager for an adventure in a remote, abandoned building, a place rumored to be haunted. After clearing out the cobwebs and tidying up the space, they began exploring its eerie corners, trying to shake off the unsettling atmosphere while casually chatting about the mysterious history of the place. But then, something happened.
Fucking mental.
Well stoked.
Yeah, certainly is.
What was that?
Suddenly, a sound pierced the silence. They tried to carry on as if nothing had happened, but the strange noises continued, growing more intense.
No, there's my torch.
Right, let me get out there. Definitely, what the hell is that noise?
The air felt heavier, and a chill set in. Despite the growing unease, they decided to investigate, stepping into the darkness armed only with their torches. As they ventured outside, the eerie noises became louder.
No one here.
Bloody hell. What the freaking hell was that noise? Oh man, oh dude.
That presumes it's a secret button.
Unnerving them even more, they returned downstairs, their nerves on edge. And that's when they noticed something that made their blood run cold, something they hadn't seen before. But before they could process what was happening, they both froze. Hanging in the doorway was something they couldn't explain. Still, despite the overwhelming fear, they pushed forward. But things were far from over. As the night stretched on, it only grew darker. The unsettling noises and chilling presence seemed relentless. And yet, they made it through the night, though their minds would never quite let go of the haunting mystery of what exactly lurked in that remote building. What was the true story behind the strange happenings they witnessed? Was it just the wind, or something far more sinister? A Reddit user shared a chilling story about their friend who went hiking deep into the woods one quiet afternoon. While wandering through the dense, silent forest, he casually took a photo of the trees, just a random snapshot. But later, when he looked back at the picture, he noticed something disturbing. Behind one of the trees stood a massive black figure, partially hidden but towering over anything human-sized. Some swear it looks like Bigfoot, while others chalk it up to eerie shadows and imagination. What do you think? Ooh. A Russian biker and his friend were cruising through what looked like an abandoned, crumbling village, capturing everything on a helmet cam. It seemed like just another eerie ride, until something wild happened. Out of nowhere, one of them plunged into a massive hole in the ground caused by a burst pipe. The water inside? Murky, foul-looking, and the kind of brownish color that makes you wonder if it's sewage. For a moment, it looked like a total disaster was unfolding, but according to Russian reports, it wasn't nearly as dangerous as it appeared. While taking a nighttime walk near an old, supposedly abandoned mansion in Globe, Arizona, Reddit user Smithery Guy captured something chilling. As he scanned the building with his flashlight, he caught a glimpse of movement in one of the windows, sending shivers down his spine.
Good morning. Is that something right there? Is somebody right there? No way. No fucking way. Is that somebody right there? Hey. Can you hear me? Can you say something?
Calling out to whoever, or whatever might be inside, he received nothing but silence. Despite his efforts to uncover the truth, the source of the movement remains a mystery, leaving one haunting question behind. Is the mansion truly abandoned? Or is something still lurking within its walls? While hiking through the remote wilderness of Norway, a man stumbled upon something chilling. An old, abandoned house hidden deep in the forest. Curious, he stepped inside and was shocked to find the place still had electricity. As he ventured deeper into the dark, eerie rooms, things took a terrifying turn. Out of nowhere, a strange, shadowy creature locked eyes with him. Frozen in fear, the man panicked, lost his footing, and tumbled down the stairs. The footage cuts off suddenly, leaving behind an unsettling mystery. Was it something paranormal, or is there a more logical explanation? In 2020, a Reddit user casually snapped a selfie in their living room. At the time, only their sister and dad were supposed to be home, no one else. But when they looked closer at the photo, something chilling stood out. In the background, a figure was visible. It wasn't their sister. It wasn't their dad. Strange things had always happened in that house, but this felt different. The figure looked too real. It even cast a shadow. That one detail changed everything. Was it a ghost accidentally caught on camera? Or had someone been inside the house the whole time, completely unnoticed? A man ventured into the mysterious woods of Rivington, a location shrouded in unsettling legends, most notably the tale of a demonic headless horseman said to haunt the area. Intending to enjoy a peaceful bushcrafting trip away from the bustle of civilization, he set up his hammock in a secluded spot, far from other campers. As night fell, the atmosphere quickly shifted. The peaceful rustling of leaves turned into suspicious noises, sharp movements echoing from the trees behind him. At first, he assumed it might be wildlife or fellow campers wandering nearby, but the sounds weren't steady or natural. It was like something was darting through the trees, deliberately stopping when he paid attention. Then, without warning, the stillness shattered.
So I don't know if they're making their way over this side because they might have seen my light. Hear that? Click, click, click. I know the seagulls are going. What the hell is that? Right, let's go get a drink and something to eat. Right, so I'm literally just here in the hammock, and all of a sudden all I heard is bang, 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 like 3 gunshots. It's literally what it sounded like, 3 gunshots. So I looked over to where those other lads are.
3 loud bangs, sharp, sudden, and unmistakable. They rang out like gunshots in the night. He scanned the area, spotting torchlights flickering from the direction where other campers were set up. But what followed was a disturbing silence. The lights dimmed. No voices, no laughter, just the kind of quiet that presses down on you. Feeling uneasy, he decided to pack up his gear and move deeper into the woods. But just as he started to dismantle his hammock, something was thrown at him deliberately. He saw it fly through the air. Someone or something was targeting him. He called out, hoping it was just another group messing around, but there was no response. Just more flickering lights and the creeping sense that he was no longer alone.
I'm being followed, and this isn't a smart place to come. Plus it's a dead end right in front of me. I'm literally having to back up nice and slow. I know there's nobody going to be in front of me, but just now I have a chance somebody's behind me. I hate tight spaces as well. This isn't helping my anxiety. I literally just got that gap. As I got out, that's why it's gunshots. I heard it again, but this time it was fantastic. But they didn't. Somebody flung something at me, and I know they flung it because I seen it coming towards me, not dropping down, if you know what I mean. Where you could have said, oh, maybe it's just a branch snapped off a tree you had in the woods after all. There was nothing like that. It come like this towards me. Then I heard like...
He rushed to gather the rest of his belongings and get away from the area. Eventually, he found his way to an old, abandoned castle ruin nestled deeper in the forest. It should have felt safe. It didn't. The sense of being followed only grew stronger. Every rustle behind him felt calculated. Every shadow stretched a little too far. Realizing that no matter how far he walked, he would not find comfort, he made the difficult decision to end his adventure early. Whatever haunted these woods, real or supernatural, had made one thing clear. He wasn't welcome. A curious user decided to take a walk in the quiet forest behind their street. After sitting alone on a rock for about 30 minutes, their sister called out from home, urging them to come back. It was getting dark, and she had a bad feeling about something she couldn't explain. The user agreed to head back in 10 minutes. But just as they stood up to leave, they noticed something. Something was staring at them. They brushed it off at first, thinking, maybe it's just a tree. But the uneasy feeling lingered.
Alright, well, I'm just going for a walk. That's a bit sus. I even looked that way and there was nothing there earlier. I don't know what it is, but it is what it is. I'm going home now. Bye-bye.
They even glanced in that direction earlier and swore there was nothing there. Still uneasy, they decided to head home. Later, when they reviewed the video they had taken in the forest, their heart dropped. In the background was a shadowy black spot, one that eerily resembled a face or hair. Terrified, they bolted home. They haven't stepped into those woods since, and now they finally understand why their sister always said she heard strange sounds out there. About 11 years ago, a group of friends went out mudding for a fun day off-road. At one point, one of their trucks got stuck, and naturally, they snapped a few photos to laugh about later. Months down the line, while revisiting those pictures and joking about the moment, someone noticed something chilling in the background stood a man, hidden among the trees, silently watching them. None of them had seen him that day. So, the question is, who was out there in the woods? And if it was just an ordinary person, why didn't he come over to help? While out for a walk in the woods near their home, someone stumbled upon a strange, eerie structure hidden among the trees. Curiosity led them inside, and that's when it hit them. This was a witch's hut. They snapped a few photos and posted them online, sparking a flood of urgent warnings from commenters. Don't touch anything. Don't take anything. But it was too late. They already had. Most people would know better than to mess with something like this. But the uploader didn't seem fazed. Instead of fear, they were filled with one burning question: who left these objects behind and why? Two friends set out to explore an abandoned convent about an hour from town. The place was creepy, but perfect for a viral TikTok dance, so they hit record. As the girl danced, the guy behind the camera suddenly froze. Just over her shoulder, something didn't feel right. They inched closer, and that's when they saw it.
What the fuck? Andy, stop. Oh my god. Also, stop. Hold him. What the fuck is that? Holy shit. Oh my god.
A group of people standing in a tight circle, heads bowed, silently performing what looked like a ritual. Shaken to the core, the friends fled. The video cuts off, with no answers, only questions. In another chilling encounter, a man went hiking deep into the woods. Everything was normal until he felt eyes on him. Turning slowly, he spotted a figure staring straight at him, completely still, completely silent. But when he approached, it wasn't a person at all. Hanging from a tree branch was a bathrobe with a mask attached to it. No footprints, no sign of who or what. Put it there, just the unsettling feeling that he was never alone. A Reddit user recently shared a chilling video they captured while driving through Gettysburg's infamous wheat field, a site drenched in Civil War history and ghostly legends. Filmed at night, the clip starts quietly, until the unmistakable sound of fifes and drums slowly rises in the distance. There's no one in sight, no reenactments, just eerie phantom music echoing through the darkness. The moment sent shivers down viewers' spines. In the comments, others chimed in with their unsettling encounters. Reports of cannon fire in the dead of night, the thunder of invisible horse hooves pounding the earth, and whispers carried by the wind. One thing's for sure, Gettysburg's wheat field isn't just a battlefield, it's a place where the past refuses to rest. A hiker exploring a remote ancient church, once known for dark rituals and burials, thought he was alone. At first, everything seemed normal, but as he was leaving, his camera captured something unsettling. A woman silently standing in the distance.
I had a feeling here. Let me see how this camera here is recording. Okay, it's cool there. It's cool. I had a feeling here. Look out here, guys. Listen there. I believe the camera caught it now.
Later, he heard something even more disturbing. A child's voice echoing from the forest, calling out, "Mommy, Daddy." Compelled to return days later, he found the area even more unsettling. While walking through tall grass, he saw something terrifying, though he never said exactly what. Shaken, he rushed back to the church, but as he stepped inside, strange sounds filled the air, whispers and repeated words like, "Scoot, scoot."
There was a noise right next door, look. Oh my goodness, man, look at this, man, look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh, whoa, listen, look at this. Whoa. Man, you're crazy. Look at this, guys. Man, that's impressive.
The church was empty, completely still, no one in sight. And yet, he couldn't shake the feeling. Something was watching him. While exploring the vast emptiness of the desert, a Reddit user stumbled upon something unexpected. A dusty journal half buried in the sand. At first glance, it seemed like nothing more than a forgotten stack of college notes. But when they turned to the last page, everything changed. There, written in shaky handwriting, was a heartfelt thank you and an emotional farewell to someone who had made college unforgettable. Below was a list of people to contact, and all of the person's passwords on the back. 3 names were mentioned, individuals seemingly tied to the story. It read less like an ending to a class project and more like a final goodbye. Many believed it was a suicide note. Shaken, the Redditor contacted the authorities, hoping they had just uncovered the missing piece in a cold case no one had solved until now. While walking past an old, crumbling building in the Scottish countryside, a group of men suddenly heard loud, echoing bangs coming from the back. Intrigued and a little spooked, they crept around to investigate. But when they got there, nothing. Not a soul in sight. One of the men stood still, eyes scanning the eerie silence. That's when it happened.
You think it's a ghost? It is a ghost.
It's just a wind.
Mate. Must be a ghost.
No, it's a wind.
No, it's a ghost.
Let's go. It's a fucking ghost.
There's nothing else there. What else could it be?
Strangely, the trees stood perfectly still, with no breeze, no rustling leaves, and no sign of wind at all. So what was it? A restless spirit lingering in the shadows, just as they feared, or something else entirely? Friends were filming themselves rapping deep in the forest when things suddenly took a wild turn.
Puri baikor, tight gun, shotgun, hate loya chol. Gulite gulite pola tight kore shor. Geja porte gele helai shot deয় তোর তার চিরা মাথা গরম আমার পিস্তল লোড আবার বাড়ি পুরা ঢাকা আসি মুটলির ডোট বয়স যখন 1-8
Out of nowhere, a furious swarm of bees launched a full-on attack. Chaos. In a situation like that, if you don't move fast, you're in danger. Thankfully, they managed to escape without any major injuries, but it took them a while before they could even recover their phone. Nature wasn't playing around. Sunshineable was out in the woods filming a fun TikTok video to showcase her outfit when something chilling happened.
Nope.
As she danced and twirled, her camera unknowingly captured a dark, shadowy figure lurking in the background, covered in black fur, watching her intently. Before she could even process what she'd seen, the figure quickly vanished into the trees. Panicking, Sunshineable snatched up her phone and bolted, heart racing. Some believe the mysterious figure could be a juvenile Bigfoot, while others think it's just someone in a costume playing a prank. Given Sunshineable's reputation for creating authentic, unstaged content, many are left wondering, is this an eerie encounter caught on camera, or just another trick of the woods? The truth remains a mystery. On February 10th, 2012, a group of hikers ventured deep into the snowy forests of Finland. As they made their way along a remote trail, a chilling metallic hum suddenly echoed through the air, not from the woods around them, but from above.
Mistä vitusta toi tulee?
The sound was eerie, mechanical, and unlike anything they had ever heard. Frozen in place, the hikers recorded the bizarre noise as it droned on for nearly 10 minutes. It didn't match any known animal, machine, or natural phenomenon. To this day, no one knows what caused it, and the mystery remains unsolved. While strolling through the garden of his apartment complex, the man casually snapped a few photos, just testing the shutter sound, clicking without much thought or focus. He wasn't trying to capture anything special, but out of the 5 shots he took, one image stood out. And not in a good way. Something or someone appeared in the frame. He hadn't noticed anything strange at the time. No movement, no figures lurking in the background. So what was it? Just pareidolia messing with his mind? Or had he accidentally captured something far more unsettling? A man stumbled upon something strange tucked away inside a tree, and instead of investigating further, he pulled out his phone and started filming. Rather than exploring nearby trees, he uploaded the video online, joking that he might have uncovered a leprechaun's secret stash. After all, Irish legends say leprechauns hide their gold deep in forests or at the end of rainbows. But something about this felt different, like someone hid it there for a reason only they understand. What was it? While hiking through Queensland, Australia, a man came across a parked car and noticed something bizarre. A massive, greasy handprint smeared across the back window. What caught his attention wasn't just the size, but the strange, oily residue, something often linked to the elusive Yowie, Australia's answer to Bigfoot. Even weirder, the thumb sat unusually low, more like an ape's hand than a human's. In one of the photos, a regular human hand can be seen for scale, and while it's not crystal clear, the size difference is hard to ignore. With similar mysterious prints reported all over the world, it's enough to make you wonder, what left that mark? An explorer recently ventured into an abandoned building near a cemetery, and what he found nearly made his heart stop.
I don't know if I should say anything just yet, but look.
At first glance, it looked like something straight out of a horror movie. A half-open coffin resting in the middle of the room, with what appeared to be a freshly deceased body inside. For a moment, he was frozen in disbelief. Was this real? Turns out it wasn't. The entire setup was an insanely detailed prank, designed to terrify anyone bold enough to step inside. And honestly, it worked. Even he had to admit it had him fooled for a second. Still, props to whoever pulled this off, and wish him luck, because he's still exploring the place. A cemetery groundskeeper recently shared a chilling discovery that has the internet buzzing. According to him, a fellow employee stumbled upon something deeply unsettling on the far western edge of the graveyard, a strange, foul-smelling object tucked away near a tree. While some coworkers felt an eerie discomfort, Odin's Raven believed the item had spiritual weight and should be left alone. Then another Redditor weighed in with a theory that sent shivers down spines. The object might be part of a dark ritual. They claimed it contained a bird's heart and liver, mixed with feces, all wrapped in a sock that belonged to someone buried nearby. Piercing the sock were 2 knives, one allegedly used to kill the bird, the other to pin the soul. The purpose? One knife to bind the person's spirit to the cemetery, the other to cut their connection to the afterlife. In short, they believe this was a curse meant to trap a soul on Earth and doom it to eternal unrest. Could this be the real reason behind the strange artifact? Or is it just internet lore gone too far? The video opens on a chilling shot, a tombstone marked Maria Melgar, with a cross eerily formed from punched-out holes. The cameraman and his friend exchange uneasy glances, wondering what was once placed there. As the camera slowly pans back, one of them points to a grave in the distance, his brother's final resting place. But then they see it.
What the hell? Since when are the Mormons in a Christian graveyard? No, this isn't a Christian graveyard. What the hell is he doing over there, though? Why is he right in front of my brother's grave?
A tall, slender figure in a suit, motionless in front of the grave, faceless, silent, watching. What happened next? No one truly knows. Amy Pendleton from New Hampshire believes she may have captured something truly eerie on camera at the infamous Gilson Cemetery in Nashua, a place long wrapped in ghost stories and local legends. In a TikTok video she posted, a 360-degree scan of the graveyard reveals a strange, shadowy figure lurking nearby.
Do me a favor, go to Google Maps right now from wherever you are. Put in Gilson Cemetery, Nashua, New Hampshire. It is a historical site, rumored to be haunted, blah, blah. Go on Street View, take a 360, and take a little stroll down the road. Just look. There's a ghost right there.
Some skeptics shrug it off as a blurry passerby, but Amy can't shake the feeling that it might be something more, something supernatural. Gilson Cemetery has long been the center of chilling tales, whispers of a ghostly woman in white, the cries of a wandering baby, and now, possibly, a new spirit caught on film. This eerie photo was snapped on June 29, 2013, at exactly 8:02 a.m. by a motion-activated trail camera. In the frame, a tall, shadowy figure stands upright near a hunting blind, appearing in just one shot, then vanishing from others taken just minutes apart. That rules out tricks of light or drifting shadows. Whatever it was, it moved. Enhanced images show what looks like broad shoulders, defined chest muscles, and even bare patches on the face. Using 3 different measurement methods, experts estimate its height between 6.6 and 6'10". Too tall for your average person, but right in line with something else. Could this be a Sasquatch? What else fits the bill? Kuheli ignited a fiery debate online after posting a clip from Loon Season 7, claiming it might show Bigfoot caught on camera.
Thought I heard something.
We gotta get the hell moving. We gotta get the hell moving. We gotta get the hell moving.
Some viewers insist it's nothing more than an elk, citing what looks like a white rump, but others aren't so sure, arguing the creature's gait is way too primate-like to dismiss. The problem? The figure stays just far enough away to keep the mystery alive, fueling speculation rather than settling it. Tempo Off-Road recently shared a mysterious trail camera photo from an elderly family member in Kentucky, and it's got the internet buzzing. Some swear it's Bigfoot, others argue it's a skunk ape, but here's the twist. The creature looks eerily like a regular gorilla. And last we checked, gorillas don't just wander the woods of Kentucky. So what is it? A cryptid, or an escaped zoo animal? In 2018, a woman snapped an eerie photo in her backyard in Boone, North Carolina. The image shows a tall humanoid figure partially concealed by trees, almost blending seamlessly with the forest. For many, this unsettling photo only adds fuel to the fire of growing evidence suggesting the existence of elusive forest dwellers. However, one sharp-eyed observer noticed something strange. A center line running down the figure's body that looks strikingly like the seam of a zipper. Could this be proof of a mysterious creature or just someone in a suit? At first glance, this 2007 photo taken near Nashville, Tennessee, seems like a charming snapshot of two young friends casually strolling down a serene, tree-lined path. But upon closer inspection, something eerie emerges. Just ahead of the children, a faint, ghostly figure resembling a child appears to materialize from the mist. Some even claim there's another shadowy presence lurking further down the road. With the land once home to a plantation before the Civil War, the chilling question remains. Could these mysterious figures be lingering spirits from a troubled past that simply refuse to fade away? While hiking along a serene trail in the heart of Essex Village, a man was simply recording the peaceful beauty of nature. However, when he later watched the footage, something unsettling caught his eye. For a brief moment, a ghostly, smoke-like figure materialized in the frame, its head and hands faintly visible before vanishing into the air. Locals are speculating that it could be the legendary village spirit, a figure deeply woven into the village's folklore. But is this a genuine paranormal encounter? Or could there be a more logical explanation lurking just beneath the surface? One fateful night, deep in the heart of Mexico's dense wilderness, a lone hiker stumbled upon an unsettling sight. As he navigated through the dark, whispering woods, something caught his eye high up in the trees. There, amidst the shadows, loomed a figure that appeared disturbingly human, yet something about it was undeniably off. What did he truly witness that night? Was it a fleeting glimpse of something otherworldly lurking in the treetops? Or was it merely an elaborate trick designed to send chills down his spine? It was a quiet night, just a group of friends unwinding, when something eerie broke the calm.
What is that? Guys, what is... Oh, shit. What the...
Emerging from the darkness was a face pale, hairless, and unmistakably not human. The tension was thick, hearts pounding, but then, without warning, the footage cuts. No explanation. No clue. What happened next? That's a mystery that still sends chills down their spines. While walking along an old, abandoned railroad track with her brother and his girlfriend's family, a woman snapped a simple photo. But when she looked at it later, something chilling caught her eye. In the top right corner of the image, several shadowy figures appeared that looked like they were walking straight toward the group. No one remembered seeing anyone else out there. And these figures? They weren't just eerie, they looked wrong, dark, distorted, and not human. A backpacker once shared a chilling video from the DeSoto mine in Arizona, calling it the creepiest place they'd ever explored.
I really hope it's not my eyes playing with me, but
At the time, all they could hear was the steady drip of water echoing through the empty tunnels. But when they reviewed the footage later, they were stunned to hear something else. The unmistakable sound of footsteps on wood in a place that was completely deserted. That eerie moment was enough to make them turn back, cutting their exploration short as the mine's unsettling vibe grew too intense to ignore. Back in 2003, Jay had a photo snapped by a friend during a visit to Pyramid Lake. Years later, while looking through old memories, they noticed something chilling, which appears to be the faint figure of a little girl in the background. Some swear it's evidence of something paranormal, especially considering Pyramid Lake's long-standing reputation for eerie happenings. Others brush it off as a trick of the light or a camera glitch. But the figure is so eerily clear, so human, that it's hard not to ask, was it just a coincidence? While hiking through a remote, unfamiliar forest, a backpacker stumbled upon something utterly baffling.
Привет, парни, я тут в шоке. Решил прогуляться по территории. Посмотрите, какой забор. Вот это забор. Я просто в ахуе. Сейчас покажу еще. Вот это забор. Вон он кончается. И вон там кончается. Вон угол.
A massive wall rising out of the wilderness with no warning, no signs, and no explanation. It seemed to stretch endlessly, untouched by time or reason. Just the sight of it sent chills down his spine, reminding many online of something straight out of the Truman Show. What was its purpose? Who built it? Why here, in the middle of nowhere? The mystery has ignited wild speculation. And if we only knew its exact location, we might finally uncover the truth behind this eerie enigma. Back in 2012 or 2013, a group of friends decided to add a little thrill to their Halloween by joining a ghost tour at the historic and notoriously haunted Concordia Cemetery. At one point during the tour, they stopped to snap a group photo. Their guide kindly offered to take the shot while they posed ahead under the eerie glow of the cemetery lights. That night, as they reviewed the pictures back at home, one friend's sister noticed something that made her blood run cold. In the background of their group photo was a shadowy figure wearing a hat, seemingly strolling right past them. The strange part? No one had seen anyone near them when the photo was taken. Terrified, she demanded they leave immediately. And when she showed the picture to the rest of the group, their excitement quickly turned to dread. From that night on, they made a pact. No more ghost tours. Was it just a random person they somehow didn't notice? Or did they unknowingly capture something far more chilling, something not meant to be seen? In 2014, two young women set out on the treacherous Kalalau Trail in Hawaii, unaware of the ordeal that awaited them. Midway through the hike, the weather took a dangerous turn, Rain poured down, flooding the trail and making the terrain slick and perilous. With no phone service and rising rivers blocking their path, they were forced to brave the night in the heart of the jungle. Just when hope seemed to fade, the distant thump of a helicopter echoed through the trees. Miraculously, the rescuers spotted the white towels the women had hung up to dry as an improvised signal that saved their lives. They were airlifted to safety, a powerful reminder that preparation and quick thinking can mean the difference between disaster and rescue in the wild. While exploring the infamous zombie road alone, a man couldn't shake the eerie feeling that he was being watched. This stretch of road has long been shrouded in dark legends, once home to an orphanage that tragically burned down in the early 1900s. Many believe the spirits of the children who perished in that fire still linger there, and countless visitors have reported chilling encounters with ghostly figures. As the sun began to set, the man decided to snap a photo of the fading light filtering through the trees. But this was before digital cameras, so he wouldn't see what he captured until the film was developed days later. When he finally did, his blood ran cold because staring back at him were shadowy shapes that looked an awful lot like children. Could this be proof that the lost souls of Zombie Road are still watching? TikTok user Tia Langley and her friends decided to explore using the mysterious Randonautica app, which led them to an eerie, abandoned location. Tia filmed the entire adventure, but things took a chilling turn fast. Take a look.
What? Are your brights on? Can you turn your brights on? Oh shit, no, there's like a big pool of water over there. Yeah, don't go over there. Just stay here. Don't move. Should we get out? Yeah, we should. Holy fucking shit! Go! Stop, just go, just leave. Go, 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 go! That was someone on the other side! That was someone on the other
In part 2 of the video, the terrifying truth unfolded. A group of men suddenly appeared out of nowhere, slamming on the car doors and chasing the group in a heart-pounding scene. Trapped in a truly unsettling situation, Tia and her friends were left shaken, haunted by one question: what would have happened if they had stepped out of the car? On July 2nd, 2020, what started as an ordinary drive for Chisa quickly took a chilling turn.
Padre cielo que estás en lo nuestro.
While trailing another car, something strange caught their eye. A mysterious figure with glowing eyes seemed to be peering out from the trunk. Gripped by curiosity and unease, Kisa instinctively pulled out their phone and started recording, desperate to capture the eerie sight. As the video came to a close, a distressed sound, presumably from Kisa, echoed through, hinting at the fear and confusion they felt in that moment. Since then, the video has gone viral, sparking countless theories online. But despite all the speculation, the truth behind what Kisa saw remains a haunting mystery. YouTuber Michael Luzzi recently revisited Split Rock Road in New Jersey, a place where he once had a chilling encounter. As he stood in the eerie silence of the woods, something caught his eye.
For here, so. Oh, what is that light? Oh, there's a light over there. Yo, what the hell? What is that? Yo! Yo! Oh, nah. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go down here real quick and see what is down here.
Two mysterious lights appeared, one hovering high in the trees, the other closer to the ground. They moved in strange, unnatural ways, almost as if they were alive. Then, things took an even darker turn.
Literally standing right there, 370Z. I'm literally sitting there like this, just chilling, and then something behind me, I don't know. That noise is coming from over here more. That noise is literally coming from somewhere over here.
I really want to know what it is.
I don't know. That noise is definitely coming from over here somewhere. Honestly, what the fuck? Look down. That's that person. That's the person from last. Go.
Get out of here, Bo.
Go, just dip. I don't know what the hell that was, bro.
Out of the shadows, a faint figure began to take shape. It looked like a person only, not quite. Terrified, Lucy bolted back to his car, heart pounding, unsure of what he'd just seen. To this day, the ghostly lights and the shadowy figure remain a disturbing mystery. While combing through footage from his trail cam, a Virginia hunter discovered something chilling and eerie. An almost translucent figure that resembles either a ghostly child or some unknown creature stalking the forest. Some skeptics chalk it up to moonlight playing tricks on the lens, but others? They're not so sure. Is this spine-tingling image actual proof of the paranormal? Or just a creepy coincidence captured at the perfect moment? While walking down an abandoned road in rural Japan, something strange suddenly caught his eye.
Okay, that's weird, right? Why is it moving?
Yeah. Can we go? Why is it doing
You guys
that?
not see that down there?
What?
Right
Shut
there.
up. I'm not gonna look.
There's nothing.
Okay, why is it still moving?
Can we go? I'm legitimately running and getting out of here. I don't understand. I'm gonna look this up. And
Oh, maybe there's some. Wait. Still, no, it's not. It's cut there, so they shouldn't be, right? I don't know.
It wasn't windy. The forest was dead still, except for that one tree shifting unnaturally, like it was alive. He pulled out his phone to look it up. Nothing made sense. The movement didn't stop. Some nearby locals later said they'd never seen anything like it. Ever. One theory points to Kodama, ancient tree spirits from Japanese folklore said to dwell in strong, sacred forests. Others say it could be something more scientific, like unique oscillation frequencies or shifting roots triggered by subtle seismic tremors, which are common in Japan. But given how close they were to the infamous Aokigahara forest, known for its chilling past and eerie silence, no theory brought much comfort. The image of that lone twitching tree among a forest of stillness was enough to send chills down anyone's spine. Would you have kept walking? After a car accident, a man snapped a quick photo to document the damage. But when he later brightened the image to get a clearer look, he saw something that made his blood run cold. Sitting in the driver's seat, clear as day, was a terrifying figure with glowing eyes and a monstrous, twisted face. The image sent chills down the spines of those who saw it. Many believe it wasn't just a trick of the light, but a sinister spirit, perhaps even the cause of the crash. Strangely, this isn't the first time eerie entities have been spotted inside wrecked cars, leading some to wonder, are these supernatural forces hiding in plain sight waiting to strike? Allie stood exactly where they had buried the doll, Mary. The air was suffocating, thick with something unnatural, and there she was, Mary.
No way. Bro. There's like overgrowth on her and everything. She's right there. Mary's right there. Patty. What does that mean? What does Patty mean? She's gonna say one more thing and I'm getting out of here. Like, I don't feel safe here.
Her porcelain face peeked out from a blanket of overgrown weeds, as if the earth itself had tried and failed to silence her. She hadn't moved, yet somehow she was watching. Then came the whisper, Patty. Allie froze. That name. He didn't recognize it. Who was Patty? He glanced down. The soil was no longer untouched. It was torn, scraped, like something had clawed its way up from underneath. And just beneath the wind, a chilling sound floated into the background of the footage. Soft, echoing laughter, a child's cry, faint, haunting. Ally didn't hear it clearly, but deep down, he knew. Mary wasn't finished, and this time he had to end her, for good. Silent 9mm posted a photo that's blowing minds, a gigantic footprint his mom found on their roof. The print, with 4 huge toes and an unusually large size, instantly sparked Bigfoot rumors. But here's the twist. Even if it were human, who walks barefoot on a roof? And the weirdest part? There was only one footprint, just a single, massive step, and nothing else. On December 24th, 2024, Reddit user +song2293 posted a captivating video that quickly stirred up a storm of curiosity. The footage shows a glowing orb gliding low over the mountains of Cali, Colombia, shimmering with lights as it moves through the sky.
Mire esa, míralo acá, rápido, míralo acá.
While some viewers dismissed it as a half-deflated mylar balloon catching the sunlight just right, others weren't so sure, sparking speculation that it might be something far more mysterious. Known for its breathtaking landscapes, Cali has now found itself at the center of the latest UFO buzz. While hiking deep in an isolated forest, one man stumbled upon a spine-chilling sight, scattered bones on the ground, with a single shoe still attached, giving the disturbing impression of human remains. But here's where it gets even creepier. The person who posted the photo never mentioned alerting the authorities, and no follow-up was ever shared. The eerie setting and total radio silence only fuel the mystery. But take a closer look, and something doesn't sit right. Are these human bones? Or did someone stage a cruel hoax, stuffing animal bones into a shoe just to terrify unsuspecting hikers? While caving with a group, one man found himself trapped in a terrifying predicament. As he ventured deeper into a narrow passage, he became wedged so tightly that he couldn't move no matter how hard he tried. The situation quickly worsened when water started pouring into the cramped space, rising steadily around him. Panic set in as he urgently shouted to his partner outside the passage for help. His partner, struggling against the current and the growing pressure, fought to free him, but it was no easy task. The water kept rising, and time was running out. After what felt like an eternity, with tension mounting and the water creeping higher, the partner managed to pull him out, saving him just in the nick of time. After a peaceful day of fishing, the man decided to stop by a nearby public restroom, but the moment he stepped inside, something jolted him.
Yo, what the f-
What the? Bro. There's nobody in here.
The place was empty. Not a soul in sight. Just silence. He stood frozen, heart pounding. That scream he just heard, it was real. Too loud, too clear to be a trick of the mind, and yet, no one was there. A guy went out magnet fishing one afternoon expecting the usual pile of rusty junk, and for the most part, that's exactly what he got. But then, something strange surfaced. He dragged up an old knife, still tucked inside its weathered sheath, like it hadn't seen daylight in decades. Creepy, but nothing compared to what came next. On his final toss, he reeled in what looked like an ordinary stick, until he saw what was tied to it. A disturbingly lifelike doll, its face covered in needles, like some kind of twisted voodoo ritual piece. As if that wasn't unsettling enough, there was a small, transparent bag fastened to the doll's back. He had no idea what it was, but the whole thing gave him chills. Uneasy and spooked, he packed up and left in a hurry, only to realize he'd wandered into a nearby cemetery, alone, lost, and more terrified than ever. Thankfully, after what felt like forever, he managed to find his way out. This chilling photo was taken inside an abandoned house in Lakeland, Florida, by a team of paranormal investigators. As soon as they reviewed the image, they fled the scene. Why? Take a look at the window. A ghostly floating head appears to be staring out. Locals have long believed the house is haunted. Years ago, a young girl is said to have taken her own life there, and many claim her restless spirit still lingers within its walls. While camping near Irgby, deep in the Sahara close to the Algeria-Morocco border, a traveler snapped a chilling photo of a mysterious white figure standing alone in the distance. When the image was shown to locals, their reaction shifted from curiosity to concern. They claimed it resembled a spirit and urgently warned the traveler not to wander outside after dark. So what was caught on camera that night? A supernatural presence, or just a trick of the light and motion blur? While using the Randonautica app, Chris and his friends ventured deep into the woods, but they never expected what they were about to find.
So the other day, me and a bunch of friends decided to go explore a park that was located nearby all of our houses. And in the creepy back area, we found a lot of coffins. And we got curious and opened one, and there were spikes inside. And it reminded me of one of those medieval Iron Maidens. And then we found this table nearby. It looked like one of those tables that you like tie people to and torture them. So, mad sketch. Maybe if you blow this up.
Hidden in a remote clearing was something straight out of a nightmare, a field full of coffins. Curiosity got the better of Chris, and when he opened one, things got even stranger. Nearby, a table stood eerily in the open, surrounded by ropes scattered across the ground, clear signs that someone or something had been there not long before. So, what exactly did they uncover that day? Deep in the woods, a man was jolted awake by strange noises echoing from his roof. Grabbing his camera, he stepped outside to investigate.
What the fuck is that? Ain't shit up there. Ain't shit up there.
As he hit record, he scanned the area and said, "Ain't nothing up there. So what the hell is it then?" But before he could make sense of it, something suddenly reappeared, sending chills down his spine.
What the fuck? Where are we going? The fuck is that? Alright. Hey, I'm black. I'm gonna get the fuck up out of here.
So what exactly was lurking on his roof that night? And why did it vanish, then return? A TikTok user was suddenly jolted awake in the dead of night by the unmistakable sound of galloping hooves right outside his window. Half asleep and thinking it might just be a horse, he peeked outside only to find nothing there. But the sound didn't stop. The thunderous galloping echoed through the street, clear as day, yet not a single horse or person was in sight. Grabbing his phone, he hit record, capturing the eerie audio of something invisible racing past his home. Late one night, a security camera captured something eerie through a window of a remote home deep in the woods. It appeared for just 3 seconds, then vanished without a trace. The footage quickly spread, sparking wild theories. Some viewers swore it looked like a skinwalker. Others chalked it up to a creepy prank. But the homeowner isn't buying that, not in a place this isolated. She's shaken and still searching for answers. A Reddit user named jturley85 recently shared a chilling video that has left viewers baffled. According to his post, the footage came from one of his wife's co-workers who had gone hunting in the mountains over the weekend. They brought along a pack of dogs, but during the trip, 2 of them mysteriously vanished. After hours of searching, the dogs were eventually found, but they'd been torn apart. While trying to piece together what happened, the group spotted something strange through a scope and managed to capture it on video. The figure appeared tall, with disturbingly long, thin arms, and a body covered in what looked like hair. Even more unsettling was how it moved, unnatural, almost inhuman. Some viewers speculated it could have been a hunter in camouflage, but that explanation doesn't quite add up. Who or what could tear dogs apart like that? No one has the answer, and that's what makes this so disturbing. A Reddit user once posted an ordinary photo of a quiet forest floor, just some dry leaves and twigs. Nothing special at first glance, but take a closer look and you'll spot something chilling. A copperhead snake, expertly camouflaged and nearly invisible among the debris. One careless step and that peaceful hike could have turned into a nightmare. 2 teenage boys were out filming, just messing around with a new camera, having fun. Everything seemed perfectly normal until they spotted something off. In the distance stood a man, motionless, staring directly at them. He didn't move, didn't speak, just watched. Creeped out, they laughed it off and kept filming.
Lilika. Au, Isuse Bože.
Ček, to je li to ono opet?
To je liko je piše. Kaj? Kaj?
Dobro, daj.
Kolik? Korak?
Nemam pojma, daj ga šutni. Daj ga šutni.
Neću se. Mislim da je pijan, umeš, ne?
Ok, mislim da idemo... Ajmo mi odavde, ajmo.
Fuck, Isuse Bože.
But a few moments later, the same man appeared again, closer this time. That's when they ran.
Kaj, jel to on, Isuse Bože? Snimaj ga, sad ga snimaj, sad nemoj pobjeći. Kaj radi se, Bože? Kaj radi?
Ne znam. Ej, jel si ti u redu, onak?
Oprostite, jel vam treba pomoć?
Ej.
Koji vrag, onak?
Idemo do Mati, ne, naš
Da sam pijan. Ok, znači, Matija, studeni...
Koji kat?
5. kat.
They bolted into an apartment building, jumped into the elevator, thinking they were safe. But as the doors opened, he was already inside. Then the footage cuts. The rumor? The boys were never seen again. Neither was the man. To this day, no one knows what happened. Some say it was staged. Others swear it felt too real to fake. Either way, it's deeply unsettling. While capturing photos of an old school being demolished, a woman noticed something chilling in one of her shots. As she reviewed the images later, one in particular made her freeze. In the dimly lit hallway just left of center stood a shadowy figure, partially obscured by darkness. The eerie part? That section of the building had already been cleared, and no workers were anywhere near it. So, who or what was standing there? Could it have been the spirit of a former teacher or principal, unwilling to leave the place they once called home? In 2020, a Reddit user casually snapped a selfie in their living room. At the time, only their sister and dad were supposed to be home, no one else. But when they looked closer at the photo, something chilling stood out. In the background, A figure was visible. It wasn't their sister. It wasn't their dad. Strange things had always happened in that house, but this felt different. The figure looked too real. It even cast a shadow. That one detail changed everything. Was it a ghost accidentally caught on camera? Or had someone been inside the house the whole time, completely unnoticed? Reddit user Individual Insect 722 got a Ring camera alert early one morning. Thinking it might be a curious animal, they checked the footage, only to see something chilling. A person dressed completely in white silently wandered around their property. They had just moved to a remote area, with no neighbors, no foot traffic, and a house that sits alone atop a fenced hill, surrounded by dense forest. They'd felt a little uneasy living there before, but this was different. Who was this stranger, and how did they even get in? Deep in the Appalachian mountains, one explorer had an encounter he'll never forget. Inside a cave, everything felt eerily still. No echoing drips, no scuttling critters, just total silence. At the time, it seemed peaceful, until he reviewed his GoPro footage later. That's when things got chilling.
The mud just broke off as I left.
In the video, as he leaves the cave and the mud gives way beneath his feet, a distant, blood-curdling scream pierces the quiet. He hadn't heard a thing in person, but the camera did. Loud, clear, and terrifying. Reddit lit up with theories. Some claimed it was just a mountain lion, a wild hog, maybe even a fox. But others? They said it sounded way too human. So the question remains, what was screaming from the shadows? For 2 nights straight, a family kept hearing blood-curdling screams echoing from deep within the forest. At first, they tried to shrug it off, until the screams moved onto their roof. That's when things got real. Suddenly, something or someone started moving around the other side of the house. Whispers started flying.
They're all over the damn place again tonight. Okay, I'm gonna keep walking towards it. Might actually get to capture something here. Son of a bitch. All right, whatever you are, you need to leave. Stay out of this place. This is our home.
Was it a skinwalker, a wild animal, maybe even a mountain lion? But then it got even stranger. On the far side of the house, they discovered an animal skeleton completely intact. No blood, no visible wounds. Just there. Since then, no new updates. And the silence? It's somehow louder than the screams. Deep in the isolated stretches of the Appalachian Mountains, a woman living alone on a vast, fenced-in farm captured something chilling on video. With no neighbors for miles and no reason for anyone to be on her property, she was shocked to see 2 young girls wandering near her home late at night. She claims she doesn't recognize them, and given how remote her location is, their presence makes no sense. Some viewers believe these weren't ordinary girls at all. Instead, they suspect something far more sinister. Skinwalkers, shape-shifting entities known in legend for mimicking human forms to lure victims out. Even the woman admits she can't rule it out. He was just walking his dog through the woods when something strange caught his attention. Half hidden in the underbrush, a small device buzzed with eerie static. At first it seemed like random noise, but soon a pattern emerged. A voice, faint yet deliberate, speaking in what a friend later confirmed was Mandarin. The entire encounter felt unsettling, almost like it wasn't meant to be found. To this day, no one knows what the device was or who put it there. During a scream therapy session deep in the woods, a girl let out a loud, gut-wrenching shriek. Suddenly, a man burst into the frame, clearly caught off guard and mid-squat, doing his business. The timing was impeccable, and his panic, priceless. While clearing out an abandoned homeless encampment deep in the woods, Reddit user Hollywizzle311 stumbled upon something truly unsettling. Amid the debris, discarded trash, and shattered belongings stood a worn wooden cross. But what really sent chills down their spine was what was attached to it. What looked eerily like a real piece of human vertebrae. No note, no explanation, no one in sight. Whatever happened here, it left behind more questions than answers, and a lingering sense of dread. A woman living deep in the Appalachian mountains was home alone when she captured this eerie footage and posted it to TikTok. Out here in the Appalachians, the rules are simple and deadly serious. If you hear something, you didn't. If someone calls your name from the woods, don't answer. If you hear tapping on the window at night, don't look. Never whistle after dark. Stay on the trail. Always. And if something looks human, but something feels off, it's not human. Most importantly, don't talk about it too much. Some things don't like being noticed. So if you ever plan on visiting Appalachia, remember these rules. They just might save your life. If you liked that video, make sure to check out the Dare to Watch YouTube channel, where we have tons of videos just like this. And if you want to see our latest scary hiking encounters, make sure to click subscribe so you'll get notifications.